My dirty little farm must grow. Well, expand or get covered? Well, definitely covered, because as of right now, my dirt farm is feeling a little naked. And I'm sure that brisk wind that is blowing in from these frozen mountaintops is making the dirt a little bit chilly. So I think we should definitely warm it up. Now, surprisingly, the skeleton is already in place. All I need to do now is enclose this entire thing and start to sort of frame out how we're going to lead up to this point. Okay, but we'll get to the build in a second. Before we do that, there are some things that I need to go over that has definitely changed between last episode and this one. And that is the jankiness of this dirt farm. While it is very good, and I did manage to finally get it stable and up and running, there has been some major changes. For example, I have this now running at a very specific speed, 34 RPM, which seems to have cleared up any issues that I was having with, for example, like dirt just not getting converted, or it just completely passing our portable storage interface over and over again, because eventually the plows just stopped working, and I have no idea why. My solution to this was to lower the RPM just a little bit and then set a timer on a clutch to stop the contraption ever so briefly, but to stop it every 30 seconds. And in doing this, it will uncontraptionify recontraption, which is exactly what I want it to do, to make sure everything re-triggers the appropriate way. Oh, and this has led to a much more stable dirt production. Now, another problem I ran into is on my wheat farm, believe it or not, and that is that I ran out of straw, and if the straw ended up disappearing, well, that created an imbalance inside of my vault, meaning that there was more wheat and more seeds than it, and then it would eventually never generate more because this would end up voiding it off. So what I have done now is I'm starting to transport, using a frog port over here, some seeds. So I'm transporting seeds from this vault into this vertical vault, which then gets turned into bone meal, which ends up down here. And then I have a overflow voiding that can happen here to make sure packages don't overflow up top. So this thing is working really, really nice also. And so the goal is to keep seeds out of here, and we want to make sure to specifically void wheat if wheat gets too high. And this is to make sure that there is still like an inflow of all of these other materials. Now, with all of that out of the way, today I want to primarily focus on building and also decor using the Create mod. Already we have the mall with its massive sign, but right here we could also have another sign, potentially a hanging sign attached to a vault or something that is related to the dirt farm. I think I want this to be a garage door, and I want this building, I think, to extend higher than this, so we are going to have a lot of room up top to potentially do things with. Now, the main part of the building is going to be this size, but I do probably want to extend off another little section off of the side over here and off to the back. I think this will help give the building a little bit more depth than just being a square box. Now, just in case you didn't know, I have a really weird way of building. I don't go into creative worlds. I don't pre-plan anything. I usually take a reference image, not of a Minecraft build, but of like a 3D model or anything that I can find on Pinterest that represents something or an idea. For example, maybe it's a screenshot from a video game. And I take that and I try my best to morph it in my head into a Minecraft build. For example, the mall was actually a corner building that I had found that was, I believe, from some sort of 3D render of like a retro futuristic like a build. And I ended up retrofitting this into a building that is looking straightforward. So I have an idea in mind, and I also have sort of a block palette in mind. And this one's going to be a little bit more contrasty. It's not going to use like straight regular bricks, much like we're using for the mall. Instead, it's going to have a darker sort of frame, which is going to include some like brownish colors, all the way leading into almost a tan color. These are going to be the framing of the walls. And then the inner walls, or the inner walls where they're not framed, where the windows would be and things like that, are going to be this more lighter color, almost into the limestone-esque style. And then the roof, well, the roof is going to be a mixture. It's going to be a mixture of this industrial iron material and also tough, and a couple of other things that we're going to include into it. I think at this point, especially with the sun going down, it's time to get that plan actioned. So without further ado, let's go ahead and build.
I was just looking at your car.
I was like, who's that Kev over here?
Yeah, I'm just here looking at your car.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The car.
Yeah, nothing else at all. Nothing
haven't-
but just the car. The beautiful car that you have. It's such a nice car, Chosen. Have you
Yeah.
thought about the fantastic car of yours? And how fantastic it is?
Why does it have more wheels now?
Does it?
Yeah.
Wait, has it extended?
Somebody added another wheel to the front. Why?
Well, I am not guilty of that.
Yeah, I know. Look, did I accidentally
Oh, wait,
do
it's just
that?
on one side? What?
Yeah, I must have accidentally, instead of placing a trap door, I was like, I'm missing a wheel for some reason. That was weird.
Where exactly sort of do you live?
Here.
Yeah, so this is your house. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so.
Yeah, this is my
Good.
bed.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I just live wherever, and then if I want to move, I just pack up and move.
No, great. Yeah. Packing
fine.
is definitely a thing we're
don't
into
know.
over here. Yeah.
By the way, that hat has some really good utility that is kind of fun.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting utility you got there.
Yeah, you right-click that on an andesite casing, and you have a little worker. Here.
But now he's going to be over here if I do, and I really
No,
wanted.
you can kill him. You can kill him.
Oh well, if you're proposing that I'm going to kill this guy, then here goes nothing. Oh my god! No way! Look at this little fella. Hey, dude, who are you at? Wait a second. Can I just let's see? Can we have any
Buttons? Here's a button.
You don't have a lot of buttons and levers around, do you?
Here's a button.
Oh, he's looking at it, and I'm looking at it.
And you look at him. And he pushes
Oh!
it.
That was a Are they like? Do they stay still in their locations, or they move around?
I think they stay still.
So you mean I could just have this guy push a button whenever I want?
Yeah, when you look at
That's
him.
actually pretty funny.
So
I
yeah,
think
you can
I
have like a
like you
redstone
already.
control. He could be like standing up on a ledge or something, hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can look at him.
I'm not saying this, Chosen, but there might be a reason for me to play around with this one way more than I'd like to admit. I'm imagining
is like
certain
a weird
not
quirk,
so
but it's
deadly
a-
traps.
Oh yeah, it could definitely happen.
Well, he is viciously murdered. And he did drop the cap.
Yep.
On my hat again. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Now, skedaddle, because I'm about to do something absolutely unheard of. Yeah, good luck. Don't mind if you see anything in the corner of your eye.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what shenanigans Kev is potentially up to, but face is basically done. I now have somewhat of an semblance of a entryway, and the outside is now built up, and we have some basic walls and windows. I originally went with iron windows, but then decided later on that the andesite windows looked a whole lot better, so swapped them out, and also changed a little bit of the design. Yeah, I still may remove this to kind of give it that more grandiose feel, but I don't know, I kind of like the idea of having these support dividers. I don't think it looks too bad. Now, as far as the inside goes, I want some catwalks that do lead up to an upper area. That way we can get a little bit more decoration and also have some more usable space. And this is all possible thanks to this railing. This railing is so nice that we can customize this. I mean, just look at how this looks when it goes up a stair like this. Ah, that is so nice. Now with the interior catwalk in, I want to go ahead and start building up a massive box that is going to be on the upper side here. So this is going to be hollow in the center, but the outer edge is going to have to be framed in. And this is just going to end up being like a 9x9 box. With the box in place, it's now time for me to start working on the roof section. And this is going to be made a whole lot easier because of the wand of symmetry. And then I can always go back in and change up some of the textures on the sides because they will be copied from one side to the other. But I'm only doing it for this side for now. I got this side done, and now I want to start laying in these large metal girders, which are going to kind of span off like some supports. And then in between, we can either use regular girders, or I might be able to use those interesting like diagonal girders, which are really, really cool here. And then we can have these connected. So we can do something like this. You know what? That's not too bad.
There's been a small delivery made to you, sir.
Oh?
In courtesy of the bakery.
Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no.
576 individually wrapped pieces of bread as you delivered and ordered, sir.
Okay, huh. Yeah, that's a lot of bread. I mean, I am getting kind of hungry.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting hungry. It's 9 stacks of bread. It took some time to do these manually, but you know, worth the wait.
Oh my. Yeah, that's a lot of bread.
Oh. Well, you know, I want to make sure that you stay saturated for some. Hello, you paid for these, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this many packages. Actually, I lie. Have you ever been to Foxy's base?
Is that why it's lagging over there?
Oh, I don't know, maybe, but this is awesome, actually. Okay.
Anyways,
that's great.
Glad to see you. Yeah.
Well, you know what? While you're here, if you got just a little bit of time, yeah, all the way up here.
Bam.
Yeah. If we just take a look up here. All the way up top. All the way up top. Thoughts.
No, I'm leaving. I have no thoughts to give on that floor. I'm so sick and tired of your empty floors.
Come on now. There's a lot to happen in here.
Your machine. This is
a dirty farm.
Yeah, it is, but I'm mesmerized by it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm off to my factory duties. Thank you for inviting me over. Well,
yeah,
inviting, but thank you for opening your reception bay.
Thank you for the premium dirt delivery. I appreciate that. And enjoy the dirt farm if you need it. It's there for everyone.
Did you say
to
the premium
use.
Dirt delivery? Excuse me.
Yeah. Did I say premium dirt delivery? Premium bread delivery.
You said thank you for the premium dirt delivery. You said, yeah, you did.
My bad.
Disgusting, man. Disgusting.
Bye, Kev. Yes, Kev sent over some bundles of joy. All right, that was bad. But yes, this is so good seeing this here. But you know what? After that, it's back to more of this. Because man, I've still got a lot of work ahead of me on this roof. Now, I've started to work on the box a little bit, and I am using beams from design and decor here. But what I want to do here in between all of these is kind of have this like girder that runs through. And I want this to kind of look like a slotted bin, but also kind of lets light through. And that's going to be kind of the nice thing because this is going to be the centerpiece of this whole area. You know, this is only doable because of the mall. Having all of these things on AutoCraft makes having this in stock so nice. Like, honestly, if I had to stop and then handcraft some of these, it takes so long to craft up girders and things like this, things that you use in a huge amount. And I think the mall is something that Create does super well. If you have the knowledge base to put it together, bam, definitely do it. It is going to be one of the best investments you make. Now the front of the building is definitely coming together. And man, I love that this season we actually have these shelves from the latest Minecraft update, which is very, very nice. These are really good for decoration, especially with this building, since I'm going with this more like Victorian style theme, but also with the idea of the Victorian being industrial. Now over here, I want to sort of leave this open, but of course have some decorations, but the main reason I want this to be left open is because I want this to almost look like an engine is up here. And yes, I'm going to be making a spinny contraption, but I want to do this in a special way. So we are going to have water wheels that are going to be on both sides, but only one of the water wheels is actually going to be functional. Now I do want this to sort of be white, almost like it's iron, which is going to fit very well with our theme. But I think both of these are going to be fairly covered. On one of these sections, I want it to be much, much larger than everything else. So this is going to contain, I think if I line this up down the middle, this is going to contain, I think 3 water wheels. So we are going to have 3 water wheels that are going to go right here. And then we need to sort of choose some other materials to round this out and make it look a little bit more rounded. as a part of a motor here. And all of this is going to be glued together, by the way. So I'm using some gray flywheels, which I think look really, really nice. And then we can come in here too with a hole, which I think is going to be just a little bit smaller. Oh yes, this is going to look so good when it's all said and done. And by the way, this is all going to be set to this white, which is going to have this iron look to it. I'm also going to use some crushing wheels in this, but I'm going to make them gray by applying deep slate to them. Oh, I love that we can do this. Now that I have the shaft in place, all I've got to do is glue it all together and get this thing spinning with a little bit of water. Oh, I'm pretty excited about this. I even want this down here, I believe, connected to the whole system. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this in sections, it looks like, but still, we'll have 2 sections here all glued together, and then maybe, you know what, I'll leave this one not spinning, just to kind of look like it's connected to this end. But yeah, this whole thing is going to be connected here, and then I plan on having some hangers that are going to get this up and rolling, but we do have to get this spinning. To do this, just a water wheel, and we'll feed that in. That should get that kicked off, and there we go. Oh, we have a shaft that is now actually spinning in the base. Looks super good. But like I said, I do want to add a little bit to this. So we could use potentially girders here. And this is where we can place blocks into this where it actually looks like it's being supported and hanging through it. And you know what? This is the perfect place to install some lights. And you know, for the roof itself, what if we utilize these support beams running sideways? And this will give it this sort of mesh look on the ceiling. Yeah, so that's the premium bread.
That's the premium bread.
Yes.
There's so much. Oh my goodness.
It's a lot. It's a lot of premium bread. Yeah, each one of these. Look at this. Watch this. Ready? Boop. It's bread.
Is it one bread per package?
Yep. Individually wrapped.
I mean,
know, he's super nice.
You can't say that he doesn't put the effort in.
Right, exactly. Yep. So much premium bread.
Have you got any spare bread, Chosen?
You know what? Well,
oh no, you're just keeping it on.
No, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it just yet. Because over in here, combine it with my eggs that are being stocked from a suspicious source.
Okay.
Huh?
When you say a suspicious source, do I want how many eggs do you need for an egg sandwich?
2.
Is it 2? I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, there's a suspicious source.
Oh, I see that chicken up there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you normally this cruel to animals?
You know, just not pigs.
Well, I beg to differ.
Yeah, pigs I don't do that to.
No. Mm-hmm. I beg to differ, Chosen.
Why?
Follow me.
I would never.
Oh,
Yep. Well, we do have a back alley.
Okay, we'll go that way. We'll go around. And considering it's your base, I think you should be looking after these pigs. So I was passing by the other day.
Uh-huh.
And what'd you call this?
Who did that?
Oh, I wonder who Chosen.
It wasn't me that did that.
Well, clearly it's your area. This is above your lava pit.
No, I didn't even notice that. Was it my pig that was up here permanently as my watch pig? Somebody kidnapped my watch pig and is torturing them.
Well, this is terrible, isn't it? He's looking at you.
No, I've got to fix this. This is super dangerous. No, this I would never do this.
Okay, so it's really dangerous for this pig to be in this position here. But it's not dangerous for a chicken to live above a chute.
Well, yeah, the chicken is not. I mean, I got a little like haystack in there, a couple of Game Boys, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, they like Pokemon. Like they'll never need more than that, I think.
Okay, they've got no opposable thumbs. So how does it play on the Pokemon?
I didn't think about that.
I didn't think so. Okay, well, just so you know that I know that you aren't taking very good care of your animals.
Well, this one I've got to fix. I didn't. Who would do this? Who would do this? This is horrible. Oh,
Get it?
come here. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh,
That
that
is
is dangerous, that.
Yeah, that is awful. You need to go right back in your safe spot. Sir Oinky, what the heck?
It's not even named, is he?
No, that's Oinky. Oh, you want to see the dirt? Want to see what the inside?
Yeah.
The inside.
yeah.
I don't have a way to get up there yet, but
Ooh. Ooh, look at that big thing up there.
yeah, the motor.
I like that. Almost looks like a turbine.
Yeah, it's supposed to look kind of like an engine that's spinning at different with different pieces spinning on it.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
I love spinny
Look
stuff.
at this. Oh, I love the centerpiece.
I think there's enough dirt in here.
I'll be the judge. What's that? Oh, hang on. Let me have a little look. Oh, wow. This looks cool, though. Great work, Chosen.
Thank you. After all of those shenanigans, the next on the to-do list, well, I actually want to get some smokestacks in. And I think right here is going to be a good place for a smokestack. I need to kind of line it out. And so as of right now, what I think I want to do is sort of mark this. So I'm essentially going to have a smokestack that starts right about here, just like this. This will be the interior section. And then the whole outside is kind of going to be a mix, a little bit of a mix of these different brick sections, just like so, having these all kind of build together. But I then want this to lead up ultimately into regular brick. That's going to be the idea here. Thinking something like this is going to look pretty good. And then we can use some compressed versions of tuff. I think that's going to look really nice. Some regular like polished tuff for this. Put that in my offhand, and I'm going to use some copycat steps and line this bottom section. Oh, that's going to look so good. And then at the very top with some copycat stairs, I can place in some brick. And then at the very, very top, what we can do is place in these smokestacks, and this basically takes up this little area here. But I kind of want to raise this up so it's sort of sitting on some fence, or we could have it setting on metal girders. That could also look nice. And if we do it this way, we can vary the height of these. Okay, so I'm thinking we turn this way. So those two are doubled up. And then we can do this. And if you hold alt while using these, you can change them to different textures. I really, though, like this particular version. And then we can change the color of the smoke by using dyes on them. Oh, and that's so nice. You get this nice gray color, which will be a nice contrast, by the way, to the color that we get over here. After all is said and done with the chimneys, I think that looks really nice. On the inside, I also included some fans right where this is at to basically simulate maybe there's like a fire that's being stoked up here and sort of blowing down into the building to keep it heated. So I've got the water wheels in, all of that fun stuff. And now when we look in here, we can actually see the fans blowing, which I think is a really cool effect. Now, as far as the outside goes, there's still another thing that we need to do, and that is get our trim up along the upper edge. And for the trim, what I'm thinking here, we'll use copycat steps as the outer trim level. And so, yeah, just regular copycat steps. We get a ton of those, put the item in the offhand, and then I've just got to run around and I'm going to line this whole thing with tuff. So not only did I get the trim wrapped around here, but I also lined up the windows. And man, these copycats are so nice to have this season and to have it this early on in the season. Because last season, we didn't really have Copycats Plus until like a month plus in. So man, having vertical slices and all of this stuff is so good, adding so much detail to these windows. Now, speaking of detail, I feel like we are missing the detail that is the containers that I want to look like they're coming in and out of the building. So I think it's finally time to actually get the containers placed in. And I think I want the containers to basically be about 2 blocks off the ground. And I am going to be using the Create Deco versions, which I think look really, really nice, by the way. So it's going to go like this, 2 blocks. And then I need to line this up until it is a solid container, just like this. And these containers look so similar to the ones that you would see like on the back of a semi-truck. Just basically cargo containers. Now, I don't think I want this to be a perfect split here. I think what I want is maybe 3 off the back and then the rest to be hanging off the forward. There we go. That's about as big as it's going to get, but I also want to separate this out a few blocks and then have another one. I want this one to be a brown container. And so I'm going to leave like a 7 wide gap here. That should be a big enough gap. And then we're going to start the other container. And yes, I want them to be green and brown, which is going to fit that whole dirt and grass theme. The way that I want them connected here is technically up onto this beam, and I'm going to use crushing wheels to look like they're actually wheels that are rolling across here that are dragging this thing along. And then on top of each of our containers, I'm going to use some shafts here to extend this off, just like so. And then I want a bracket technically that is connected to the container, but also I need a bracket that is connected up. And this is very difficult to line up, but we have to get the bottom section here. And then perfect. This is now a bracket that is lined up. And then I can place these in, which are held onto the container sort of here in the center. Then all I have to do is place a shaft directly underneath this. And that looks like it's connected. There's just so many fun techniques that you can use to literally get your point across, and I think this is a great way to do this. Oh, this is looking so good. And just when I think that I'm about done, we've got to get a sign in here that says dirt. And I am so excited about building out the word dirt, like for no reason, but I'm going to lay this here and then like this. And like, for example, this would be a D. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to swap out the top for some grass. And because we have this mud, but we also have chiseled versions of it, I can swap some of this in and we can get some pillars in here too. So with the word dirt in here though, I think like it's going to be a good idea to do like grass at the very top. And then I want to fade in a little bit of texture, just like maybe 1 block down. Oh yeah, this is going to definitely define dirt. And then we got to get some lights in here. The grass in, the only thing left to do is to definitely include some grass at the top. Oh, this is definitely working. All right, taking a, oh man, a look at it from further away. Okay, yes, good. Now let's get a beardy view. Oh my goodness, this is turning out to be so nice with the big dirt sign and everything, and then right next to the mall. All right, so there is one thing though that I am missing, and that is a pathway that somehow connects up here. But I have a little bit of a plan. This is so much nicer after getting all of that set up. We now have a way to lead up. There's going to be some decorations that I kind of want to lay about as we continue playing on. But man, this alone is such a nice way. And you can really start to see that whole BioShock feel with these paths and everything all leading together and having railing and everything like that. Continuing our design, leading in to this massive dirt factory. Oh, it's so good with everything going on. And I tell you, I've had a blast so far with all of the builds that I've been working on. And I'm really trying to expand everything. Like I'm trying to think bigger this season. And bigger is definitely happening. This building is huge. And we have plenty more space for any other like weird tidbits, things that we may need in the future. Think weird things from Create, who knows? We have power access right here, so getting power anywhere through a chain system would be absolutely easy. So if we need any other setup, well, it could probably be handled up there if it's kind of small, and I think that would be a great use for that space. But I think that's all I have in me today. This was a mega build and a mega project, and while it may only be producing dirt and dirt-related products, it's going to probably be one of the most used material farms on the server. If not by anyone else, definitely by me. And well, with that, if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video, guys, a huge dirty thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And now, without further ado, it's time for me to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that amazing thanks is going out to Justin. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and just supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. Thank you so much, you absolute boss. And guys, I'll see you all in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.